Either you voted or you did not vote. We have a president, isn't it?
No, we don't.
We do have a president.
No, you have a president. I don't have a president.
What do you mean? You are a citizen of Nigeria.
Yeah,
and you reside here.
Of Nigeria. I reside here, but we have an illegitimate president, someone who rigged his way into office. It's like if there's a military coup, are you going to sit down and accept that? Oh, you have a president because someone, there was a military coup.
But
this is a political coup.
You cannot say that because you do not have evidence.
Aisha Yesufu can and have said that Nigeria does not have a president. What we have is someone who rigged his way into office, who is illegitimately occupying
the court
his
does
office.
not agree with your position.
The court that has been captured can do whatever it wants to do, and that's why there's no respect for it, and that's why you have governors coming out to thank Tinubu when the judgment goes their way. So the fact that we have a captured judiciary and whatever, Aisha Yesufu, and I say it without mincing word, I don't put water for my mouth, there's no precedent.
Honestly speaking, if we have people like this, like 3 or 4 in Nigeria, that can always stand up to speak the truth regardless of anything, believe in me, our leaders will be forced to do what is right. This woman has spoken so extensively. In fact, this woman, I never see a woman in Nigeria will talk which waiting this woman talk for this video. I'm being honest to you. Talk more of an Hausa woman. Of course, all of us know Aisha Yesufu now, the woman that, during P2B campaign. So this woman now has come out to say that nobody is her president, that she doesn't have a president, that Nigeria does not have a president. Excuse me, somebody has that boldness to come on a live stream, something that she knows that will go viral, and say it with boldness. That means she is always able to stand by the truth. So please, I will allow you to watch this video now. Please, let me not say too much, but as you are watching it, please, I beg you, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification button so you get notified anytime I drop a video, because this woman has hit the hammer on top of the nail. Please watch it.
During that whole campaign, there was a time when I think you saw P Square. They supported Peter Obi openly. They didn't deny, they didn't hide it. And they were supposed to perform at a particular... It took a lot. I remember I spent over 8 hours with lots of messages, giving him 1, 2, 3, I think about 9 or whatever reasons why they should be on it. And his fear was that he didn't want them to be... What's the word that is used now? To be victimized. Because he knows how the system works. There are a lot of people who want to support. Nigerians have been coward to the extent you come out and support and then you become a victim. That's the kind of person that he is. And it takes a lot of courage for someone to see people who are ready to whatever, and a lot of responsibility. See people who are ready to say, we're going to do anything if you want us to stay. But he refused. And I see people coming out to call that means lack of courage because he had 6 million people.
Ms. Yesufu, if you see a better candidate than Peter Obi in 2027, would you support?
Absolutely. If there's a better candidate, I go with the better candidate. I'm not tied to anyone or anything, and I know that. And I can tell you something. Even Peter Obi himself, like he said, he's not desperate to be the president of Nigeria, but he's desperate to see Nigeria work. And he himself there's a better candidate, he will support that candidate. It's about our country that we need to rescue. It's not about anyone occupying an office. There's an influence that Peter Obi has that Tinubu cannot even dream about. You understand? Even though he's illegitimately occupying that office, he can't dream about it. And so this influence that comes from the legitimacy from the people, the love from the people, you don't need to be in office to have a name or be influential.
There are those who ask, what would you
do differently?
Exactly, because the same thing, the same program, the similar ideas that Peter Obi said he has.
It's not similar.
What are the things that Bola Tinubu has been implementing?
Let me tell you something. And I'm staking my name on it. Aisha Yesufu, that's my name, my reputation. The fact that Peter Obi, as a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will not go and be buying presidential jet while people are suffering. Will definitely not go and be changing his car while people are suffering. Will not be buying a yacht. Will not be using 21 billion to build a house for his, deputy vice president. Will not be wasting those money. He will cut the cost of governance. So please, let's drop that. When we talk about subsidy removal, yes, Peter Obi did say he was going to remove subsidy by 50%, and then with the other things he talked about Naira, he didn't say he was going to come out on the day of his inauguration to make a reckless statement without anything in place, without putting things in place. So if Nigerians want to live in fool's paradise, let's live in fool's paradise, but let's not kid nobody, especially ourselves, and say that, oh, they would have done the same thing. There is nothing like the same thing being done out of there, and there's no way Mr. Peter Obi will give a contract to his friend without any public bidding for that, contract, without going through due process of 15 trillion, naira, and then I'm talking about the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road, and then go about destroying businesses worth billions of naira just to support, some whatever thing that he wants to support there. And there's no how that a Peter Obi will sit down and dare to change our national anthem just because he feels like it, and go out there.
Did he change it?
Hold on.
It was the National Assembly that did it.
No. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And go through with and come and say, yeah. And you remind me now, the National Assembly is captured, right? And it's not, the captured is not being used for the good of Nigeria. And go ahead.
Who captured the National Assembly?
And get it changed. There's no way he is going to do that, because he said during a campaign that he was going to change the national anthem. It gets better than the other one. The person who captured the National Assembly as of this moment is the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
How did he do that? Do you have evidence?
By having them in their pocket. I don't have evidence, but what's the name of your Senate president? Akpabio has
our Senate president. Nigerian Senate president.
Yeah, Nigerian Senate president. Akpabio has evidence, and I've said it several times that he's going to do what the president has said once. So that's your evidence, right there.
You think the Senate and the National Assembly is a rubber stamp of the executive?
It's not a rubber stamp, it's worse than a rubber stamp. The rubber stamp was what we had during Ahmed Lawan, and you could still see a bit of trying to have a bit of independence. Right now, if anything was a rubber stamp, that's what they are. There's really literally as if there's nothing there. And you've seen a National Assembly where the two leadership of the National Assembly go out there and constantly defend the policies of the executive. And let me tell you something, Shehu. The legislative arm of government is the bedrock of democracy. Yeah, they have oversight function. They make laws. They approve, appointments of people. They ratify treaties and all of that. And they're supposed to hold the executive accountable on behalf of the people. But what we have with Akpabio Senate and the other persons, the House of Representative, this thing that we have, leadership that we have, is that they don't do any of this. What they do rather is to speak and defend the executive. And I tell you something, when you have the three arms of government, right, the executive is supposed to be the weakest. Yes, there's separation of power, but in its way, the executive is supposed to be the weakest of them. But you know what, in Nigeria, it happens to be the strongest because they have many. The other ones, the judiciary and the National Assembly and the legislative arm have turned themselves into slaves in Nigeria. And if you want me to tell your opinion is in their leadership. They're always doing the things that the executive wants.
So what do you think? What do you think about this video? Do you think that this woman has said everything she said is right? Or do you think that she's not saying the truth? Whichever one you think, please drop your comment on the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It's very important, all right? So thank you and God bless you.